How's it going? I'm Dr. Scott with Fournier Chiropractic and Rehab Center. I'm a chiropractor here in Lafayette. Been here for 12 years almost. My dad worked in the oil field, so we lived overseas until I was 7. Born in Singapore. My sister was born in Scotland, and once I started developing a Scottish accent, my parents were like, oh, maybe we need to go back home. So we came back to Louisiana. Both my parents are from around here, Erath and Franklin, and grew up here, went to Milton, went to Como High School right here, played football at UL, changed majors a few times, and decided on kinesiology. Wanted to be a physical therapist, something like that, and didn't quite go the way I wanted to. Ended up coaching for a while. That turned into a graduate assistant job working for Nick Saban over at LSU, which was pretty cool. You know, I got a ring out of it. After that, decided it was time to move on, and wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. The chiropractor at LSU was kind of showing me some of the stuff he was doing with their athletes. I was like, that's cool. I want to do that. I want to be able to help people that way. So I started researching, found Texas Chiropractic College over in Houston. I was there a year or so, and I didn't do so good on one test, and there was this amazing woman that was really smart and decided to let me start studying with her. I guess too many late nights studying together, she ended up my wife. So that's how I met her. So once we were done with Texas Chiropractic College, we decided, you know, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna work? So we came back to Lafayette for a little while. I was still looking for a job. We had a baby on the way and all this, and my wife just fell in love with my family. Showed her around Acadiana, showed her Lafayette, and she's like, this is amazing. We need to live here. Just the atmosphere here it's so different than anywhere else that we had lived, and this is where we wanted to be and open up our practice. So we started up this place in 2010. My wife retired after about a year because baby number 2 came along. When she stepped back, we kind of had a vision of what we wanted this place to be. As you can see, it's a very open room. We want kind of a barbershop feel. People in the weight room can see what I'm doing. I can interact with them. We wanted people to feel comfortable. We wanted to make them feel better, and we wanted them to stay healthy. And that's a lot of what chiropractic is. We don't look for just the pain, we look for the problem. We want to figure out why you have the pain. So you start where the problem is and you work your way everywhere else to see what's actually going on that caused that. Say it's somebody, their hands are going numb and they've been sitting at a desk. Well, it's not always carpal tunnel. It could be some come from the neck. An athlete, you know, ends up pulling his hamstring a couple times and can't seem to shake it. Well, maybe we need to check the hip, maybe we need to check the ankle. I've been involved with all kinds of 5Ks around here. Cajun Cup, I'm out there for the Zydeco Marathon every year. I volunteer my time with both Southside High School, I work on their athletes. With UL Lafayette, I work with their athletes. We're right down the street from Como High School, that's where I went. And the trainer over there was actually one of the trainers at UL whenever I played there. So I got in touch with him and he's like, hey, that's perfect. My chiropractor doesn't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, I'm in, all right, cool. And I realized that there's more that I wanted to do. And it was kind of the same thing with UL. I just wanted to be part of the program again. But I also realized that I have a lot more to offer than just athletics. There's a lot of other stuff that I see that people come in with. I've worked on so many babies that, you know, I know it's a little TMI, but constipation is one of the big ones. And it's weird, baby comes in, hasn't moved in a few days, and you adjust them and it happens right there. Nobody's happy about the smell, but everybody, I mean, like the mom's ecstatic, you know, because things are working right, because you set up their body to do what it's supposed to do. Some of the other areas that I like to work is radiculopathies, meaning numbnesses, sciatica, numbness in your hands, things like that. Because you really got to figure out where the problem is, because it's never where the numbness is. If your foot's numb, the problem has nothing to do with your foot. You know, it's usually in the back or the hip or something like that. So not just athletics, but there's other areas that I know I can help. I've gone and I've spoken at Stuller, I've gone and I've spoken at Schumacher and things like that. These big companies, because most of their employees are sitting at desks and they're all hunched up like this, and they end up with all kinds of problems because your body's not meant to be in that position. I mean, that's why standing desks have become so popular nowadays, because we're meant to stand. We're not meant to be sitting down 8 hours a day. And that's what really I would like to help people avoid, is injuries, disabilities, ending their careers early, things like that. The reason we chose Lafayette is, one, I'm from here. We could have went a bunch of different places. We were living in Monroe for a while, worked there for a bit. I got ties to Houston, got ties to Baton Rouge, but you can't match what you have here. One, my family's here. I got this huge extended family. The music, the food, just the atmosphere, the lifestyle, it's amazing. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We've even thought about that. It's like, you know, if we had to move somewhere else, we're just like, I don't know. I mean, you can't find this anywhere else. I want to be part of the community and help this community be healthy and move better and do what they want to do, you know? That way they're not sitting on the sidelines. It's one patient. She comes in and she started coming in because she couldn't Zydeco dance anymore. Okay? I learned how to Zydeco dance because of that, because as her rehab and her treatment progressed, I was like, all right, you ready to teach me? She's like, oh yeah, now we can go. And that was kind of the all right, now you ready to go back out there? And I want to be able to be part of that community and give back like that. One of the other big things I wanted to be able to do for the community is educate them and let them know what chiropractic can do for them. Only about 7% of the US population uses chiropractors. And it's crazy to think to me, because we're great at getting rid of pain, great at fixing what caused the pain. We don't use drugs, and we don't use surgery. I mean, isn't that what most people are looking for? A fix without having to have some kind of major medical procedure? And if we can't fix it, we know where to send you. We can order the MRI, we can do the x-rays, we can send you to the orthopedic surgeon if that's where it needs to go, or the ENT, or where it needs to be. It's a great point of entry. And it's sad because we're usually like the last line of defense. I get so many people that come in and it's like, well, I tried this, and I'm going on vacation next week and I still can't walk. I was like, so I got 4 days. I could be a bit of a miracle worker sometimes. Sometimes I fix it, sometimes I don't. What I'd really like to get across to people is chiropractic is a great place to start rather than a place to finish. And I get my older patients that come in and they still call me a chiropractor, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. If you are having problems and you are having pain and you need some place to go, please give us a call. I'm Dr. Scott with Fournier Chiropractic Rehab Center, where you go to get fixed.